And now the time has begun.
Now the time has begun.
The moment that you've all been waiting for.
The moment that you've all been waiting for.
It's time! Now, of course, I'm not alone.
Hello,
I actually
everybody.
have a... Yeah.
Now, of course, I'm not alone. I actually have a... Yeah.
I have a good friend of mine.
That random guy that was on the corner
I have a
street.
good friend of mine.
So there we have chaos, though.
So there we have chaos, though.
Alright. Hey, Reaper.
So there you see the quarterback for the Panthers.
There you see the quarterback for the Panthers.
And I know that DKO's doing his own show.
I know that DKO's doing his own show.
But best of luck to you. And I seriously mean that.
Best of luck to you. And I seriously mean that.
Hey, DKO.
I hope there's no lag going on.
I hope there's no lag going on.
Well, are you still on the whole Broncos versus Carolina home screen?
Yeah, of course. Why? Oh, don't tell me.
Yeah, of course. Why?
Okay, I was just curious because you asked about lag.
Dude, the time it took for you to answer that, or for my echo to come in through, that took a while.
Don't tell me. Dude, the time it took for you to answer that, or for my echo to come in through, that took a while.
Okay, so I have an 8-second delay, but that's to be expected. I'm just looking at the video just to make sure it's not cracking up.
Yeah, I'm still here. It still says live for me.
8-second delay, but that's to be expected. I'm just looking at the video just to make sure it's not cracking up.
Alright. But yeah, this is going to be an intriguing matchup right here.
Oh, it will be.
Oh, it will be.
Honestly, I think key matchup here is how is the Broncos defense going to stop McCaffrey?
Oh, absolutely.
Because even if you slow down every other part of their
absolutely.
game, stopping him is such a pain.
Okay, let me get Blaze. Okay, now it's starting. Now it's back to normal now.
Now it's back to normal now.
Blaze is probably getting blazed.
And to think this is Blaze's first ever Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of echo, but I really can't control that. Other than the
I'm
fact
not
that you,
hearing any echo at all.
well, that's because only I can hear it.
Is that better?
I hope. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Hey, Tito.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Tito.
So yeah, great to see Tito here. All right, so I just sent the message to my good friend Blaze. Let me just make sure I didn't forget anybody. I heard that echo, but it's a little better. Yeah. All right.
Hey, Ninja.
So the only people I'm not able to contact are Cruz Cruz, Chris Clark, and Logan. So my only hope is that they just come in. And usually they do. Most of the time. Alright. Blue Clinton is here. Yeah, well he is here.
Yeah, I'm here. Bite me, Ninja.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. I mean, what do you expect me to say?
No cannibalism on your show?
Yeah? Absolutely not. No cannibalism. I mean, hell, we had something like that a couple of years ago, and it didn't turn out well. Need I
Well, I
say more?
mean, eating D-Train wouldn't count as cannibalism since he's the chicken man.
Well, that's just in a video game. Okay, even teams, and of course the full 15 minutes. It should be me in the game. Well,
Unfortunately, that's how it goes in the draft. I mean, I just got lucky to be drafted to an already well set up team.
Yeah. Me and Clinton put up an awesome match. Like, I'm surprised I was able to beat Clinton because I mean Clinton is very tough. But without any further ado, we'll start this off at the 9-minute mark. So this will be a good time for you to go get some drinks, go get some snacks.
Speaking of that, I am going to go grab some more agua.
Yeah. And then maybe for some dessert, chocolate salty balls.
No, that's Kelly.
I mean, you make a big
Wrong
deal
person.
out of because when I think of chocolate salty balls, I'm thinking like the chocolate covered pretzel balls. Like we're talking pretzels that are shaped like a ball, and then they're covered in chocolate, and they are sprinkled with salt. So that's really what it is.
Have you ever seen South Park?
Not that often.
There's an episode basically where Chef's trying to pay his rent, so he makes chocolate salty balls, which are a snack. I teased Kelly about it because she thinks I'm talking about something else.
Which we will not talk about.
But he sings the recipe. Yeah, he sings the recipe of what he made. That's literally what it's all about. It's just a cooking recipe. But it just embarrasses Kelly, so I say it every time she's there.
Also, welcome back, welcome to the show, Joker. And without any further ado, the time for talk is over, and the time for action is now. So at perfectly 10 minutes, we begin. Clinton, I
Make it
know
so.
exactly what you're talking about. And he says no as in N-O instead of K-N-O-W.
The Boise State guy who was falling off.
So we have DeAndre Hopkins. Whoa. On the loading screen.
I'm at DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah. Hopkins now with the Cardinals.
It's like, how do you let go of a guy that's as talented as he is for nothing?
I think he just wanted to get rid of him, honestly. I think, honestly, the coach was just sick of his crap, and since he had GM powers as well, he's just like, I would trade them for some Pringles.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports.
So, yeah, as you can see, the Panthers, even though they had the better performance throughout the playoffs, they have the road uniforms just simply based on their seeding, but that should not take away from the fact that these two teams, they got past some tough competition. I mean, they got past, I mean, for Carolina, I mean, they destroyed Detroit, then they just handed a big goose egg to Atlanta, whereas Denver had a slightly tougher path despite having the home field. I mean, they had the Jets who
And there's a
they had the Jets who had Elmeister, who just, I don't know what else to say except Elmeister just gave you guys a lot of fits, and then you had Cincinnati, which came down to overtime.
yeah. And there's another guy to be afraid of. Keekly.
That's something that you gotta be aware of. If anyone could I will say this: if any one person could stop him, it may as well be Von Miller. And if he can do that, then they have a chance. And also, Joker asked me, who is my favorite football team of all time? Well, when you say all time, I'm going to have to go with the 1976 Oakland Raiders that won the Super Bowl 9 to be precise. You know, that team was led by John Madden himself. I mean, you had Kenny the Snake Stabler. I mean, you had Philip Villapiano and George Atkinson, Jack Tatum, Gene Upshaw, Cliff Branch.
I'm gonna go a more recent team for myself. And that is a tie between the Broncos and the Packers the year they met in the Super Bowl. Reggie White, Brett Favre, John Elway, Shannon Sharp,
Terrell Davis.
Yeah, Terrell Davis, Steve Atwater, Leroy Butler, Reggie White.
Steve Atwater.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the key for the Panthers today is their Giants are going to have to stop number 35 and number 24.
And all right, so they're going to start off with a run. Does Denver? And this could be, I believe. Look at this. Wow. You know, had Clark shifted to maybe fourth gear, he probably would have gotten away. But that's a hell of a run.
I think the key there was that first broken tackle. It slowed him down enough so the other guys could get to him.
Yeah,
but
and
that was a good
Bagwell.
play to start.
I will say this, the old man, Bagwell, was able to get to him.
He must just fish before games instead of practicing.
I mean, I don't know if you shared this
He's out
with
of Rob gave him
Bagwell,
some
but
special beer.
special beer. Anyway, nice catch, and first completion for Logan Hinton. That gives him 6 yards for a 2nd and 4 to Hewerman. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Correct me if I'm wrong.
John Hewerman, a Buckeye.
Yep.
Surprised he's a starting tight end. I didn't picture him as a starting tight end when he went into the NFL.
And then Joker says that his favorite are the New York Giants. And wow, unfortunately for Lindsey, he gets pushed back 5 yards. Yeah, that didn't fool him. You can only run it by you can only run it for so long before they catch up onto you.
Yeah, and they didn't bite on the fake at the corner position. He just came right in. Whack.
Yeah, for the New York Giants, if we're talking like some of the best teams that they had, I would have to think I would probably go with the Madison Avenue Giants. Like of the whoa, that almost got picked off, but unfortunately, well, or fortunately, depending on your point of view, that's now a 4th and 8 now. Also, hey Cruz, what's up? Cruz, you're in this game. Anyway, great play there by Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly's not a defensive player. What the hell, game?
Yeah, he is. He's a middle linebacker.
Oh yeah, he is. I'm sorry. I'm confusing him with McCaffrey though. Anyway, nice kick and
it was a great play there.
A nice kick, but it was a little too much to the a little wide left. So not only do you not get a touchdown, you don't even get any points. Well, I'm happy that you're feeling better. I'm happy that you're feeling better, Cruz, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be feeling better once you get on the field. But yeah, I would imagine if you're Denver, this is not what you wanted. I mean, you didn't want to give up that much field position to start off with.
Oof on that play.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down.
Oh, no.
And heck, we didn't even get a chance to look at the starting lineups. Anyway, nice catch and sort of a first down, but that's 8 yards.
About 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And
he's got his baby boy next to him, Cruz.
Yeah, Denver cannot give Reaper that much time to pass.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Nice.
They faked the handoff and an incompletion. So now it's 3rd and 2 at the halfway mark, or at midfield.
Yeah, there's going to be some early game. Yeah, there's going to be some jitters early in the game.
What number am I again? Back to throw, and ooh, knocked away. Nice defensive play by number 31 to just simply swat it away, although you could have just simply caught it and got an interception, but number 31.
Sometimes it's better just to bat the ball down, because if you go for an interception and miss, that leaves your opponent wide open, so you don't want to do that all the time.
And they kick it away, and the officials will mark it at the 19-yard line for Denver to start off with.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Yeah, you don't want to kick that ball to Mr. Cage.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
okay. Well, there you see Hinton, number 1, Chris Clark, number 35, and number 24 is Clinton Cage himself. And as for what number, I believe you're number 87 on Carolina. Anyway, nice reception there too. I can't see who it was, but anyway. You have Ron Leary, the right guard. Oh, that was Noah Fant who caught it. And of course you have, and then of course you have the running back Chris Clark, and wide receiver Clinton Cage, and Rob Fant is the tight end. I forgot to mention that part.
Second and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Logan gets the first down and then some, and gets it to the 40-yard line. And to who else? Clinton Cage. 18 yards reception there.
Receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Great catch there by Clinton.
Yeah. Bradbury, the best thing he can do is either swat the ball away, or if there is a catch, just tackle him right there, because the character's got, the guys got
solid run on first down, gain of 7. 2nd and 3.
guys got speed, so if he breaks that tackle, it's going a long way.
Dude, your phone is cracking up, man. Not sure what it is, but anyway, they hand it off and they don't get very far.
And back to the old Denver bread, but
and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen.
I think the kids are smarter than they look. My boy and wife hasn't left my side since I've been sick.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
Trying to find somebody. He gets it. He gets it to Cage, and he gets it all the way to the 30-yard line, past the halfway mark.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
and that 10 yards run after catch is a
And
really
another
big
catch,
boost.
and another first down.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got
And
themselves a first down.
nobody was on it.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone.
Wow, and he almost didn't even catch it.
Quarterbacks,
A little bit because against
his
man,
own
it's often a tight
coverage is a very risky thing to run.
Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you make
Yeah, I kind of figured that his internet was giving him crap. No wonder he was going in and out. Well, hopefully he gets back in. So until then, right now they are at the 13-yard line. They hand it off. But Kuechly made absolute sure that Clark was not going to go any further than that. So you have defensive tackle Kyle Love, I should say, excuse me, right outside linebacker Jake Bagwell. Then, of course, you have the corners, including Bradbury. But yeah, I hope Clinton's my phone is being a pain. Yeah, I kind of figured that would be what was wrong there. And Logan, I don't know how, but he was able to get the ball away and get a first down.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, I was trying to say that your phone was cracking up on my end.
Waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Now they hand it off, and a touchdown by Chris Clark. He runs it in, and the Broncos take the lead.
Super Bowl as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
So Denver takes the lead, but as we all know, it's never over until it is.
And he's got it. 7-0.
All right, so a point after touchdown is good, and after that, it is 7-0 Denver.
And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Denver very happy with themselves, and as they should. You know, based on performances alone, you'd think that Denver was the underperforming team, and that they just barely got by the skin of their teeth, whereas Carolina just demolished their opponents going into this Super Bowl. But for Denver to get the first lead, now we're going to see if Carolina can perform when their backs are against the wall, because you know their two opponents just couldn't do it, and that's just what happened. And
After the touchdown, here's
hopefully Clinton, if he can't come back, then I can understand, you know, the phone just not doing what you'd want. And well, he gets all the way to the 33. Does Cruz? So there you see Cruz. Oh, he's number 89. I'm sorry. I thought you were number 87, but I was wrong. So 89 is your number, Mr. Cruz. So yeah, in addition to being a wide receiver, you're also a kickoff returner.
It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Blaze, what's up, man? And a sack by who else? Von Miller.
Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
That was one guy that you had to watch out for, Reaper, because if he gets to you, you know, this could be the whole game right here.
That you're trying to cover in the secondary.
When he will ruin it for the Panthers, don't throw him the ball. I don't know if I should laugh or if I should be put off. I don't know. Blaze. They hand it off. They hand it off to McCaffrey, but he doesn't get very far.
As he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third
Okay,
long
what's up?
situation coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot.
All right.
And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
3rd and 16. And they get the catch, but they don't get very far.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's gonna make
And they get 3 yards on that, but not even close.
With you, is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one
All right.
here. Just a little
My
slow
phone got
getting
too
up
hot,
the
so I had to completely reset it.
But that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You have like, remember when I told you to, you know, close down whatever apps that you're not using?
Going to happen just because they say
Well,
so.
I wasn't kidding.
Whether it's the script, whether it's,
You know, because that could make a phone go hot real quick. Also, hey, MS, what is it?
Oh, I'm not talking. I wasn't on the computer.
No, I knew that you said you were on the phone. That's what I mean.
Hey, Miles.
Anyway, great to see Miles here. As I didn't even see where they put it. I was too busy talking with you. I was like, I didn't even see where they marked it. But so far, Denver has shut them down.
Yeah, for running was on the computer.
Oh.
Yeah, that That's they've been playing smart defense, and they're starting at 6.
Well, now it's at now they get it to they get a completion 9 yards, so it's now 2nd and 1 at the 15.
They find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
2nd and 1.
And sacked
That's a good
by
play on
Irvin.
First down.
Big sack there by Irvin because now that sends him back to the 10-yard line.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed.
Yet nobody picked him up.
Great start to great play on first down.
Defense is audible as well. And a lot of times they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
And unfortunately, Cage got taken out again. And, almost caught it, but couldn't hold on.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
All right, I hear you again.
We're hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a
Anyway, almost got a caught, or almost got a catch, I should say, excuse me, but couldn't hold on to it. Now it's 4th and 6, so Denver will have to punt.
And forces 4th down.
Oof.
So, and of course the punter is in the end zone, but he gets it away. He gets it away, and he gets by 1 tackle, but they swarm in, and they get him down at the 43-yard line. And who else? Justin Cruz. My stream crashed, TJ. Oh, man. Yeah, I believe you said your game was having, like, that it crashed. I don't know what happened, though. My only guess is that maybe you overplayed it, but I could be wrong. And I'm not trying to make light of it, because I've had that happen to me, too, you know, when I was younger. You know, because I used to like playing a game so much that it crashed on me. So I know what's up. Anyway, they hand it off to McCaffrey, and he gets a first down for Carolina.
Yep, and that's exactly what you don't want if you're Denver, is letting him just build up momentum.
Well, now they've gotten some momentum after getting that stop and also getting really good field position as a result of it. And they hand it off again, but he doesn't get very far. In fact, he runs into his own man. And that's what allowed Denver to just limit him to 3 yards on that one. So 2nd and 7 now.
Yeah, that's not normally like him.
Of course, you also have to be careful with McCoy and he almost got picked off by number 50. I believe that was Miller, isn't it?
No, Miller's 58, DKO is 50.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So DKO almost got the interception. I mean, this is Donkey Kong's outstanding football. That's a bad joke on my part. Anyway, nice catch there by, I couldn't see his name, but he gets it to right, and that's a first down, and they're at the 20-yard line. I think Reaper's now awakened.
Well, let's see. Right. I think that's KJ Wright.
Opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
I mean, I'm happy that you're taking it well, Mr. DKO. Anyway, a screen pass, and he gets just a yard short, but that was to Blaze McCoy. So Blaze McCoy gets his first reception. I mean, Blaze, honestly, did you ever think that you were ever going to make the Super Bowl? and on a team that you didn't think you'd be on.
They'll look to throw.
And Reaper unfortunately had to throw it away. Actually, he didn't even have to. He could have just simply thrown it. But then I guess he must have thought that his opponent behind him, for the receiver, might have read it and they probably would have picked it off.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and
Sorry.
1.
Yeah, that's standing there waiting for the catch. That's a tricky play. Because you don't know, it's a gamble.
First down, but from where they're spotting that football,
And that's a 4th and inches for Carolina. They stopped him just short of a first down by a couple of inches. Now, this is a dilemma because do you try to go for it? But if you do and you miss, then, well, you get nothing.
offensive line, especially in the
Yes, I thought I would make a Super
You get
Bowl.
nothing, but there's also...
Yeah, oops, sorry.
This would be a critical call.
So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit.
But the question mark is do they want to risk... Oh, that's surprising, because even if they wouldn't have got it, it would have been really bad field position.
Board, but still trailing.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's early in the game, so...
They do get 3 points, but that's
They-
now
they do get 3
drives,
points.
only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon.
all right, so Blaze says, yes, I thought I would make a Super Bowl, but correct, like you said, I would think it would have been with the Steelers, but a ring is a ring.
Because that's the mantra everywhere.
And then DKO says he beta tested Madden 22.
See, I do agree. I like this idea of a draft because it changes things up. It's not the same thing every year.
I mean, you get a few people leaving teams because they feel that they're not getting anything done.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard
But I'm
line.
happy that you enjoyed it, honestly, the draft system.
And Denver getting set to take the
Yeah, I
field.
think it's
And
better
on that
because it
score,
gets
they really couldn't get
a lot
anything.
more teams. Don't get into a shoving match.
Which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
But that was a heck of a return right there.
On offense, get
Yeah.
to a first down, and
I mean,
flip the field.
I mean, the next couple of teams, I mean, you have Chicago, Philadelphia, New England, Arizona, Washington, and the Giants. Anyway, only spoiler I can give you is that they did an amazing job this year. All right, that makes me feel a little bit better. And the only other reason I'm probably going to get Madden 22 is because, well, I'm to June 22, damn it.
The number one thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes, and you need to
Anyway, back to the game. I'm
Sue
sorry.
EA for copyright infringement.
just a little bit.
Probably not. Anyway. Anyway, second and 10 at the 33 for Denver. And just when he was about to throw it, he gets sacked. Does Logan, and this is Logan's second Super Bowl that he's ever been in, and unfortunately, he gets sacked again.
In the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving.
He should know, but don't hold on to the ball that long. If you can't find any open,
Just throw it away.
just go ahead and throw it away.
Yeah, throw it away, run away, do what you have to do. I mean, but just don't stand
He
there.
was planting.
TJ Sue's
He
EA.
was
He ain't winning
planting.
that
He was getting ready
lawsuit.
to throw.
On third and long. He'll drop to throw.
All right. Gets a bullet pass,
The hookup is Sutton.
and
He'll only get
but just too far away from the first down to get one, and that's going to be 4th and 8.
so lead to a fourth down.
So now Carolina has a chance to take the lead.
Very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
I just don't understand the coaching call on 3rd and 16 to call a screen pass. What in the heck, Vic?
I mean, I would have tried to, get past the first down, try to get myself open, but not behind it. And if you are going to do it behind, you better have blockers in front of you. Something.
That was just a bad call.
Yeah, very bad.
That was coaching
Although that was
right
actually
there.
a very good play by special teams to get to Cruz to get him to get him before the 20-yard line, so he gets him at the 19. So that's actually a good play there for special teams, but...
Yeah, I think special teams is going to be the key to this game because there's two stout defenses, two very good offenses. It's probably going to come down to field position.
Not only just field position, but also the coaching.
Which Vic is terrible at, so yeah.
I mean, you're going up against Ron Rivera. I mean, what do you expect? Anyway, a screen pass, and he makes a man miss, gets a first down, makes another man miss, before finally getting taken down. But that was a great play there. I mean, great individual play there by Christian McCaffrey.
Who else? McCaffrey.
I mean, he just made some of these guys look absolutely stiff, about as stiff as... Well, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna shut up. I'm not even gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
TJ almost went non-PG.
But I'm like, what kind of tackling is that? I mean, that's just so stiff. It's so stiff that...
Yeah, it's just...
You know, I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to shut up.
Poor TJ.
Anyway, they hand it off. But this time they were aware of the run. They saw it coming, and that's a no gain. And a tackle by Von Miller. That's who I said was going to have to be the one to stop him.
Yeah, but he doesn't do well in pass coverage, which is the problem, because that's how McCaffrey can kill you.
They blitzed him, but they didn't get to him in time. And McCaffrey, this could be, I believe, touchdown, Carolina.
And that is exactly what I was talking about before. This guy kills it not just in rushing, but in receiving out of the backfield. And Von Miller, as that talented as he is not a guy for pass coverage.
And Chaos, of course, very happy, because why wouldn't he be? I'll tell you one thing. You know, between Blaze and Jake Bagwell, I mean, these are two old lads. Most especially Bagwell. I mean, because when I broke into LTD, I mean, as you know, LTD, he was already the man. Was Jake Bagwell? I mean, you know this.
Yep.
So that by the time you got to LTD, he was on his way out, if not already out.
Yeah, but I got to wrestle him early in his career in other places besides the DWS. And
Okay.
Now's not time for posing for pictures, guys.
Yeah,
It's the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the worst thing you can do if you're Carolina is get careless, and Denver comes back and they just thrash you. I mean, because we had that like last Super Bowl, because we had something like that happen like late in the fourth quarter. The Chiefs made a comeback. They took the lead by 1, and then, but there was still enough time on the clock for San Francisco to go down the field and score a touchdown. And that was the one that was scored by the J Train, if you remember that play.
Oh yeah.
But before that drive, that's exactly what that's what they did IRL, and that's what Carolina just did. They did that little pose before the game was over, and that could come back to haunt them.
It ain't over till that 0-0-0 in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. They hand it off to Chris Clark, gets by one guy, but he cannot get by another. I mean, you talk about stiff. I mean, that was stiff the other way.
Yeah, that was not a good play right there. running to the outside against Carolina is not a good idea. Not with Bradbury and Kuechly out there. That's just a bad move.
And make plays in the run game.
The best thing to do with Carolina is go right up the middle, because honestly, I feel their weakest part is those two interior defensive tackles.
I mean, sure, it helps that you have Bagwell, but that can only help you for so long, really. And in fact, they do go up the middle, but they closed it up really quick. And who else? Luke Kuechly gets the tackle, which makes it even more sad because, you know, the fact that Luke Kuechly, you know, left when he did, it just makes you think, you know, they could have won a title, but they were just under, but they just didn't have the talent, like, to keep up with some of the other teams. Anyway, almost got almost got a catch, did Sutton, but couldn't hold on to it. And once again, Denver is going to have to punt away again. They just cannot get anything going.
I have no idea what is going on with Denver.
Although in that particular case, Kuechly had something to do with the drop ball.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away.
I mean, this might be a very long game. Anyway, kicks it away. And, well, they got him down at the 28-yard line, did Denver, onto Cruz, who was once again doing the kickoff returns.
He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy.
So there you see the highlights of McCaffrey and his big run. So I don't know what else to say except, you know, Carolina, they're here to win.
Right? Our producer Christian McLeod, our director Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew.
Well, it helps they've got one of, if not the best running back in the game right now.
That's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract.
And I just don't think, honestly, that Denver has the defense to stop him. I just don't. There's nobody on the linebacking core that is fast enough, and there's no safety big enough.
Anyway, and, well, they went for a run with McCaffrey, but this time they only got 5 yards on that one. But to your point, when you say that running backs that get 5 yards or more per carry, those are the type of running backs you want on your team. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so that's still not. Yeah, that's still not a great play for the Denver defense.
No. And, well, this time much less. They get 3 yards on that, so it's now 3rd and 2. Big stop here for Denver, because if they can stop them, they might just have a little bit of momentum for their offense. You can never discount momentum.
Oh, yeah, but this defense needs to stiffen up and not like tackle so sloppy.
All right, well, that's the end of the first quarter. After one, 10-7, Carolina. I mean, what a big difference, you know, 5-minute quarters and 10-minute quarters and now 15-minute quarters make.
Oh, yeah.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw.
They fake the handoff. And, well, it was caught, but it was out of bounds, so it's now 4th and 2. That was a rare misfire there, a rare misplay, because
you only had 1 foot in, and you got to have both feet in the NFL.
Actually, I don't even think he had 1 foot in. He had both feet out.
Oh, I couldn't see from that distance, but yeah, you got to have both feet in the NFL. So,
and it's gonna bounce. Wow, they got him at the 1. They pinned him at the 1.
Defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defense
Just a slight more
This is
bouncy,
tough.
and that would have been a touchback.
Denver getting set to take the field. They're gonna have to go at
I have a
least
feeling
50,
this is going to be a
60
long
yards here.
day.
They don't have to punt the ball like they did last
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, so what you're
long
saying
for
is
you
you're
and maybe
playing
short
to
for
just get
chaos, I guess. I don't know.
Right, you're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their
I
territory.
mean, of course, the game is closer than what the game may indicate, score-wise. But well, now they're in trouble, but they got to get out of it somehow, some way.
They go play action here.
Play action, and they
He got position on
and he got it. He got it. What a catch! And they get to the 30-yard line. What a play! And it was number 84. I couldn't see his name.
No matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels. Break off
Oh, that
the
was.
corner with
Oh,
good
I still.
timing,
Oh,
you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Fumagalli?
No
Fumagalli.
idea.
Huh? What?
I was going to say, I like no idea who that is.
I've never heard of him, but whoever he is, I'm happy. Well, I'm pretty sure you're happy that he made the play.
Oh, he made a heck of a play.
And
29-yard catch, that's helpful.
anyway, and of course a completion to Cage for 7 yards. So now it's 2nd and 3.
plays for this rookie receiver. We asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight,
I mean,
speed,
yeah,
all
just a
that.
nice
Yeah,
bullet
see-
pass.
What they really said, competitiveness. That's what
Yep.
I really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play.
It's a good, smart play on first down to get that many yards.
And this winds up a
And
Makes it way
Lindsey
easier to get the
gets
second.
about 2 yards on that one. Also, hey JWE, what's up, man?
Started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be
AJWA.
C-ball.
All right, so 3rd and 1.
The Broncos
If you're Denver, you definitely want this. So
against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Yep.
they hand it off to Chris, and Chris just gets just enough for the city. No, he just gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't
Yeah,
they?
smart, great play right there. Just straight up the middle.
Starting to come to the front.
Only 2 plays really to run there, like slant, a short slant or running it. And they went with the running it, and he barreled enough through.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now.
Yeah, that was just enough for the city, or living in the city. That's the name of the song by
Look to throw here.
Stevie Wonder. Nice catch, although knocked away. He had it in his possession, but it was knocked away by a defender. So it had less to do with Denver and more to do with the defender for
Hold on to it because
Carolina.
it was contested all the way. Would have been
He graduated middle school,
been able to hold that one in.
says JWE.
2nd and 10 again for the 41.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a hit. I ain't gonna lie.
Running back.
And that was also another heck of a hit there onto Chris Clark, who manages a measly 1 yard
Play sequence there.
as he was tackled by Cottrell.
Very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, once again, in a spot that they need.
Here's a play fake as they
A
set
play
up the
fake,
throw.
buys him some time, and
Incomplete.
but it was incomplete. I mean, they had a guy to catch it, but it was knocked away, and now it's 4th and 9.
Only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come.
Yeah, oh, well, actually, he threw it right into the hands of number 54, Shaq Thompson, but it just bounced off his body.
Yeah, that he was too well covered. They shouldn't have. He shouldn't have thrown that ball to him. He should have gone to someone else.
Yes.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far.
And, ooh, just gets it off, just barely, though.
One's away.
Although this could be,
And did they keep
wow,
it? They did.
what a reversal of fortune. Now Denver has pinned Carolina at the 1.
Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an
Yeah,
extra yard.
the great special teams play. Brandon, I can't remember if his first name is Brad or Brandon, but McManus is a dang good punter.
Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
I mean, so far this has turned into a defensive struggle here. You know, because neither offense has gotten anything going, you know, other than a touchdown and for Carolina a field goal. They hand it off, but it's a safety. A safety for Denver by Purcell, as McCaffrey was given the ball, but he couldn't get far enough.
Nice play. Just destroyed the line of scrimmage and knocked him down to the ground.
So Denver gets 2, and for those who don't know, a safety is worth 2 points, and you get the ball back. For those who don't know, because you know not everybody has ever seen a safety as much.
Oh yeah, safeties are very, very rare in football, but it's always good to have them.
Anyway, nice catch there, or return there, I should say, excuse me, by Clinton Cage as he gets into the 31. Well, now Denver has some sort of good luck to all. Oh, he meant to put a exclamation mark. Hey, what's up, Tanner? I'm going Panthers still. Oh, he thinks the Panthers will win. Hey, what's up, man? You know, Tanner, if time permits, I mean, I could still invite you to the call. It's not a problem. They hand it off again to Chris, but Chris, actually, he lost 2 yards on that one. I mean, after a successful start, ever since then, his numbers have gone down. I don't know what to tell you.
And I don't know what's going on today with the offense, but it's sputtering out a bunch.
He's a big man. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Well, second and 12. And they get the handoff, but they don't get very many yards on that. In fact, they only get 1 measly yard. 3rd and 11 now.
At this point, I would be throwing the ball at 24. I'm sorry, but he seems to be the only one that can hold on to the ball long enough to count it as a catch.
And 10 trying to find somebody. He has no choice but to throw it away. Couldn't find anybody.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
I mean, the worst thing he could have done was throw it and resulting in a pick 6, but still.
The Broncos send out their punter now.
We'll see if the punter can do him another solid. And well, they call a fair catch this time. Does Cruz? So now Cruz and the rest of the Panthers will start at the 27, and back in is Chaos Reaper, who already has a touchdown to his credit.
Yeah, both of these teams seem to not be able to get anything going so far.
They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game.
I mean, hell, I mean, we've had. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Denver's defense does all the work. As much as it would suck, though. And, well, that was a screen pass, but they didn't get very far with it. In fact, that was a no gain.
Yeah, screen passes are risky plays to run. I don't know why teams love them so much.
The only reason you would do that is if you have blocking in front of you.
Yeah.
But anything less than that, it's like, what the hell? And McCaffrey once again busts out, and they get him down at the 42 just before the halfway point.
27 yards there.
27 yards.
Yeah, they're gonna have to contain him somehow, which is not easy to do.
Just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes.
Because he's already at 100 overall yards today.
And I don't know if you saw, but Logan was looking for something. Well, whatever you're looking for, Logan, you better find it, and find it quick.
Is the coach's brain, maybe?
It could be. Anyway, wait a minute. That was for a moment I thought that was, maybe at least 5 yards and then out of bounds, but no, he actually stepped out of bounds and caught that. So that's so it's as if it was so it was incomplete, really.
Yeah.
All right, so 2nd and 10.
Incomplete.
And McCaffrey gets a couple of yards. That time he got only 4 this time. I know the difference between 4 and 5 yards is just a yard, but it adds up, as you know.
Oh yeah, it does. But if I was Denver's defense, I'd be putting a spy on McCaffrey.
Yeah, somebody, anybody. Oh, he's gonna fly it. And wow, what a catch by McCoy! Blaze McCoy with a hell of a catch, and he catches it right at the 12-yard line. Great throw there by Reaper, an even better catch by McCoy. He caught it and was able to hold on.
Zone coverages again. Why are you guys running zone coverages? They don't work.
Well, when did they work? In the 70s?
Pretty much. 70s, 80s. But the athletes now are just too good for you to run a zone coverage.
Yeah. And also, hey, Joshua James, what's up, man?
Hey, Joshua.
Anyway, nice tackle there by DKO. Probably the only guy that could stop him. Of course, it's easy to overlook DKO when you have Von Miller, but no offense.
DKO would probably be better coverage linebacker than Miller. Miller's his best way to use him is a 3-4 edge rusher.
Anyway, nice tackle as they now are in 3rd and 8. This is a big one right here because, I mean, if you just limit them to just 3 points, then you're fine, but...
Yeah. Which, honestly, with this offense, it's going to be very hard.
Oh, they got him! They got him! Von Miller with his 2nd sack.
Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company.
And in fact, as you can see,
done.
yeah, his guy, the guy that was supposed to block for him, number 72, couldn't hold on to him.
No.
He just broke through.
That's the thing with Vaughn is he's fast and he's unusually strong for somebody who's only 6'3", 250.
I know, and hey, LP Grotus is here, the frog. Well, that's his nickname, by the way.
That's okay.
All right, so they do get the field goal, so it's now a, let me try to add it in my head, a 4-point game.
3 point. 3 point.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a 3-point score, but I was talking about the margin of victory, not how much a field goal is. Everybody should know that. Well,
I need caffeine today.
doing good for the most part. All right. Well, one thing I will say is I'm getting very close to 1,500 subscribers. And I was going to do a very special stream, should I reach it, and that is I was going to do a WWE stream.
I'm getting close to 30.
30,000?
30 altogether.
Oh.
That's why I laughed.
All right, so now if you're Denver, obviously, I mean, you want to get, you definitely want to get a score of some sort, preferably a
Yeah.
touchdown.
Badly need points.
I always wondered, like, I don't know if LP Grotus is familiar with the game of American football, but anyway, they run to the side and he breaks away. He breaks away, does Chris Clark, and he gets a first down, and he goes out of bounds to stop the clock. Probably his best run since the beginning run, actually.
Definitely, and I mean, if I'm Vic, I look and see who my fastest receiver is, and I run a reverse just to change things up and mess with them, because in the running game, they're starting to lock down on Clark.
Yeah, I mean, well, I watched the Super Bowl one year, or yeah, that's always a good time to watch it.
That's usually most of the time
what
when
the
people
hell?
watch it.
Okay, I'm sorry, but did he get the first down? No, he did not get the first down. He was going right. He was going forward. Then he ended up going back a little bit. I mean, he still got the forward progress, but I'm like, dude, just dive in for a first down. It's not going to kill you.
Yeah, Sutton, I don't know why he danced. He should not have danced
I've seen some stuff in movies, and such. Otherwise, I don't know much about the sport. Anyway, that was a bad pass there. Now 3rd and 2.
I know in Madden, old Madden games, I actually literally made the entire team of the replacements.
Oh yeah, the movie. Yeah.
Yep, I mean Shane Falco, Clifford Franklin. I went up and actually researched the characters and made every single one.
They hand it off, but they don't get the first down. They anticipated the run, and they don't get the first down. I'm like, what more can I say that has not been said? And then Cruz apparently passed out. I mean, I tend, you know, I did pass out, like, but that was because I was exhausted. You know, it is definitely bad for Denver.
I would have thrown a slant route there.
Yeah, something.
I would have run because they've been running it most of the time for some reason.
All right.
And that's not Vic's, their team playbook. Very well done. Oh, get the ball, boys.
They got it at the 8.
Okay.
Which is not bad.
So,
it's just not as good as like the 1.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's helpful. So.
You know, because one bad pass from Chaos, who has had a great game so far, but a bad pass from him, and we could be talking about a pick 6 at some point, but I don't want to jinx it. But so far, he's been very, very, very good.
Oh yeah, only a few minor bad decisions, but otherwise he's been doing great.
Anyway, what do you call it? A screen pass? Was that a screen pass?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a screen pass, and that resulted in a loss of a yard.
This time they locked the safety on him. That's good. The only thing I would have said is I can understand why he had no choice but to go high, but yeah, McCaffrey, you want to get him at the knees, because otherwise that stops his momentum.
And they get the reception, and I don't know if he got the first down, though. They did. And that was to Greg Olson, who up until now has been very quiet.
Right, yeah, I mean, like I've said in previous games, the Panthers have a lot of weapons. They've got not just Cruz, McCoy, and McCaffrey, but you've also got Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, Greg Olson, Miles Davis.
And wait a minute. Purcell, who the same guy that got the safety from earlier, got himself a sack, and now that pushes him back 2nd and 20. I guess we really should have been paying attention to Purcell now, or before.
And what's really good is he's a defensive tackle. He's not an end, so he just getting that rush right up the middle is always great to have.
I mean, that was just what can I say about Purcell? He excelled, did Purcell.
Yeah, he did an amazing job there.
And well, it gets over the middle, and that's 14 yards. Wow, that practically almost undid everything that Purcell just did. Now it's 3rd and 6. The Panthers have done far worse. Yeah, wait, far worse? In terms of what they do to other teams, or just the fact that the Panthers were a bad team? Do elaborate, because I'm not sure what you meant. And they get the first down. And to who else? McCaffrey. 5 receptions, 91 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, McCaffrey is a one-man show.
That was just blown coverages right there, honestly.
He's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find.
And then, of course, I don't know if you saw the replay, but DKO was about to make a play onto him, but then he got jammed up by another receiver, and that kind of threw off his timing to stop McCaffrey. And he goes by the middle, and McCaffrey just, again, what more about McCaffrey have we not said? 20 yards on that run.
Down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So we're looking at a Panthers team that honestly, you know, if we were to compare their IRL counterparts when this game came out, they just didn't have a quarterback, or they did, but he wasn't the same quarterback was. You know, Cam Newton and they didn't have the extra weapons that they got with Cruz and McCoy. You know, because with those two things, I mean, that would explain why the Panthers were much better than they actually were.
That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
But
nice lockdown in the backfield.
Yeah, that was probably their best play. That was their best play.
You gotta put a spy on him, real life and on the game. You can't just expect your base defense to do it. It's not gonna happen.
Well, that time they got to him. This time it was Jones who got to Chaos.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle
I believe that's still Monty Jones from Ohio State.
Yeah, Draymond Jones.
Correctly.
Yeah, Draymond Jones got him. That was blown protection there.
He was on that line from heck with Malik Harrison, Chase Young, Nick Bosa.
And now they're looking for 19.
Wait, they were all on the same line?
Yep, that 1 year at Ohio State.
Well, that would explain why they were that good. And he's gonna go deep, and no. Oh, Chaos Reaper, he was gonna go for the jackpot, but he was 1-7 short. A slot machine joke.
And that was Chris Harris Jr. Yeah, but that was a good play by Harris Jr. Swat
Yeah,
the ball
it was.
away. Don't go.
Yeah, he used his hands rather than use his body weight on Cruz, because Cruz, if you saw the size of Cruz, you saw how big he is. You would have thought he was big enough to be a tight end.
Oh yeah, he just got his hand right in there, popped the ball out the last second. That's how you play corner.
And that's going to be a touchback. He kicked it a little too far. Well,
but you can see they're trying not to kick it to Cage. They were watching that Cincinnati game.
They must have.
Well, it's okay if if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position.
But anyway, I hope you're feeling better, Cruz. You know, just so you, just to hear from, you know, the big boss himself. Grodus, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but if you are, what is your favorite sport? Anyway, good rush there by Lindsay. Actually, a very good run. Gets 5 yards on that. Good first start there.
Nicely done. Good draw play. Good rushing right there by Lindsay. But you already know my favorite sport.
Yeah, of course. It's this sport.
No, it's not. It's a different one. It's the one I picked. Remember?
Oh, of course. And, well, he breaks the tackle, does Clark, and he could go all the way, but instead he gets forced out of bounds. But another great, he got 24 yards after contact. I mean, had they tackled him correctly, that wouldn't have been as far as it was. That's the thing about Clark is if you don't take him down when you have the chance, he's going to do that to you every time.
Yeah, he's more of a power back than a speed back, so that broken tackle was the key to that run.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of teams have lately gone to the whole multiple running back system, because then that way teams can't be like, oh, that's a power back, we'll just not watch the outside very much.
And a first down onto Sutton, and they get to the 37-yard line as we get to the 2-minute warning.
Nice completion, nice route. Don't know what Cage was doing right there. Like, he decided to hop his teammate. What am I doing? Why am I hopping the teammate?
I'm like, yeah, what the hell are you doing? All right, Hinton.
I mean, I was blocking and then...
Whoa! What a catch! I thought that was going to be intercepted, but it actually ended up in your hands. How the hell did that happen? All right, let's take a look. Let's see. Oh my gosh! It went right through the. Okay, it went right through the hands of number 33 of the defense, but he mistimed it and it ended up in your hands. So just a half a second early, or half a second late, I guess. In this case, he would have intercepted it.
Well, I mean, speaking outside the character, Cage is more like an Antonio Brown type guy, where he's not a deep threat, but sure hands guy you can rely on when you're in trouble.
All right, so a screen pass play, but that was incomplete. So now it's 2nd and 10 at the 19. And for Denver, this is their well, actually, this is only their second time in the end zone, or the red zone, I should say. Excuse me, because the only other time that they were in, they actually did score. And they get to Lindsay, and he gets it to the 12, which will now result in a 3rd and 4 for Denver. So
that was a great tackle by Bradbury. He saw he was going to catch the ball and had no play. Instead of just jumping out of nowhere, he made the hit.
All right, so Denver will take the first time out. We'll see what they come up with, and
like I said, here I'm either running a short route to Clark or a short route to Cage. Don't try to run it with this linebacking core. It's not going to work.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll drop the throw.
They get it to... That was to Lindsay. I think he got enough forward momentum to get a first down. No, he did not. He gets 4th and inches. Really?
I'm challenging that play. He crossed the line.
Yeah,
I
probably would challenge it.
Play.
I probably would challenge it too, but of course we all know that, you know, that... No, they're going to take the field goal.
That's it's NFL.
Oh, it's a fake!
That it's by the foot.
It's a fake, and not only does it fail, it gets intercepted.
Oh my lord!
What kind
Bad calls.
Not only was that-
again.
I'm like, wow. And I mean, all right, give credit to Trey Boston there. I mean, he anticipated it. But what in the hell is going on?
Vic Fangano is what's going on. He's the worst coach in NFL history.
Is he still the coach IRL?
His name's going to be in the books.
Yeah, he is, sadly. I don't know why they have such a big crush on him. He's useless. A 3-year-old hamster could probably coach better than he could.
I mean, had that fake actually worked, then we would be talking about a great play, but no. Anyway, they gained 4 yards on that one. Does Carolina, but I'm sorry. I cannot believe the call.
That was 2 bad decisions back to back, and it's probably going to cost Denver the game. One, he should have thrown a challenge because NFL rules state that it's the ball should be marked where forward momentum ends.
Anyway, complete
Not where the tackle's made.
I couldn't see. Oh, that was McCoy who caught that. Great catch by McCoy. And you really can't blame McCoy for that. I mean, McCoy's just doing his job.
No, that was a good play.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I think that might have just costed him the game. Now, unless they come up with a big play themselves right here, or even, well, I had to open my mouth as Draymond Jones gets another sack. It's his second one. So far, Denver has 5 sacks to Carolina's 2. That's really the only thing that's keeping them in the game. Because without that, Carolina, this would just be a blowout, and you wouldn't really be surprised if I called the game, just because of how one-sided it would be. But no, that's one thing that's keeping them in this.
Yep. And Jones is showing why he's
and they're not even going to call a timeout.
One of my profiles, I was going to do a Buckeye lot. I'm doing an all Ohio State line. I might have to replace Jonathan Hankins with Draymond Jones here.
Well, whatever happens at the end of the show, you're not going to see Denver and Carolina. In fact, you're not going to see the 10 teams for next year as we did for this year, because we're going to do the next 10. But you said, but among those 10 teams, you mentioned the Chargers and the other teams. I'll mention really quick: Chicago, Philadelphia, the Chargers, Minnesota, New England, Arizona, Las Vegas / Oakland, since technically they're still in Oakland, Houston, Washington, and the Giants.
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't mind playing. I only mentioned the Chargers because of Bosa, but
like to be one of his line mates.
But I'll play hard anybody. Yeah.
Oh, apparently his stupid cat messed up his message.
The cat apparently is the one doing the typing. Excuse me.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, they get it to the 25, which is the average of where you would start otherwise. Anyways, I was saying stop the pressure and we're good. Says Chaos.
Yeah, it's true because, let's see, really the only 2 things keeping Denver in this game are consistent catches by me and the pass rush. Otherwise, this would have been a lopsided blowout.
Yeah. And I mean, and even if you just went for the field goal, that would have been a much better decision than the fake field goal. I'm sorry.
It would have been, but like I said, Vic is the worst coach in NFL history, and Chaos Reaper's cat could do a better job coaching.
Anyway, a nice catch attempt, but it was dropped, so it's an incomplete. But I mean, and
I'm
yet
gonna go real life
sorry.
here for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go real life for a second. The fact that this guy can get a coaching job but I can't pisses me off.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And that's what this defense.
So yeah, any coaches that are watching this game, if any, take note. This is my good friend Clinton Cage, or Clinton Flippin, whatever you want to call him. Because this guy, he knows his football. He knows it a lot more than I do, that's for sure. Anyway, 3rd and 11, and so far this is Denver's best stand so far. I say that, and wait, did they get enough? They do. It's a first down.
Yeah, that looked like a slant route, and those are really hard to defend because you're using your body to keep your defender out away from the ball. So, 9 times out of 10, if somebody reaches in to try to knock it out on a slant, they're going to get pass interference because they're going to hit them before the ball gets there. That's why that route is so useful. And that was just a bad attempt at tackling. Was he trying to clothesline him?
Yeah, either that or try to avoid, giving the, you don't want to, commit a face masking penalty. I can't talk. That would have been even worse, but I think that's Olsen who just caught it again. I think that's only his second catch, but a great catch nonetheless by Olsen.
Yeah, Denver's going to need to force a turnover or something because they are not stopping Carolina's offense at all. And Von Miller was like almost 10 yards behind Reaper. What was that?
Absolutely. Anyway, a screen pass, but that was probably a rare misstep there by Carolina, as that's going to cost them 2 yards on that one by Wright. Well, he got it to Wright, but in this case, the price was wrong. No. I was trying to come up with a clever joke than that, but obviously I suck.
All good.
But obviously I suck dick sporting goods for that joke.
I will say that was a nice PG cover there. Nicely done on that one.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't come up with that joke by myself, so there you go. Now trying to find somebody is Chaos, and he finds an open man, doesn't get the first down, gets a little bit closer, but he gets only 3 yards on that one. Now it's 3rd and 9.
Still, that's a prime example of being a good quarterback. You take what the defense gives you. You don't try to force a pass down the field to be a hero, because that's when you start throwing picks. That's when you start fumbling when you get hit. And it was good, solid defensive tackling. He wasn't too high. He was towards the hips with his shoulder. Nicely done.
And Chaos. Wait, did they get this? Wow, Moore held onto the ball, and they get it to the 3-yard line. My goodness.
Well, let's see if.
Yeah, he had his feet down. He had his feet down.
He did, yeah.
He had it in his hands.
It is. They can't. My question is, why was 26 behind him? That was dumb.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
I mean, right now the only thing that can stop Carolina is just, they turn the ball over or they misplayed that one, and that was a rare misplay right there. They go for a pitch, or correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this a reverse? No, it's not a reverse.
No,
I'm sorry.
that's a toss.
That's a toss. They went for a toss.
That was
thank
a
you for
toss.
thank you for correcting me there. But they went for a toss, and that really costed them a good bit of yards. They were at the 3, and now they're at the 9.
A reverse is basic. Yeah, basically a reverse is just like, let's say the receiver that's lined up at the 10 runs in and then carries the ball, but goes to the opposite field.
And a third tackle
Nice play by DKO running him down.
Yeah, fast and strong enough. That's the thing about McCaffrey, is that's what he is. He's fast and strong. So you need someone as fast and strong as him.
They need the big cat. They need Andy Katzenmoyer.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
All right, so 3rd and goal at the
Ohio
10.
State linebacker.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw.
And another sack by who else? Draymond Jones. His 3rd one.
Hey, holding them to a field goal still makes it a doable. It makes it a reachable deficit. So I mean, greatly done sack by Jones. But Katzenmoyer was a 6'4", 260-pound linebacker who could run a 4.2 40.
Excuse me.
But Jones is nasty up the middle.
And of course, they're going to take the safe route. I mean, they have the lead. Why would you risk it?
Yeah, and all Denver can do now is tie the game with a touchdown. So it still works in their favor.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that
Incredible. Well, it is, as you said, it is a one touchdown game. So the fact that they kept it as such, that tells you a lot, man.
Yeah, it tells them they're playing solid defense, but it's the offense that's just sputtering. Here's how you fix the offense. You give the ball to that man that's standing in the end zone right now.
And he kicks it away. But Cage, of course, knowing full well that they were coming in really quick, so he decides discretion is the better part of valor in this case.
I mean, I would run a reverse with him. I would still try to get the ball in his hands because the other receivers aren't holding on to it.
Yeah.
They tell him, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Off the play fake.
They fake a play fake and what? Fumble! And a touchdown! Touchdown, Carolina. And what in the hell is going on here? I mean, Logan, well, he got the ball knocked away by Thompson, and then I couldn't see the other guy. Oh, that was Reed, I'm sorry. Reed got it. So Thompson knocked it away. In fact, I think he was responsible for what happened between, the Panthers and I believe it was Atlanta in the NFC Championship game, and they did it to the Broncos this time around, and Clinton is about to have an aneurysm.
This offense is, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, it's basic football 101. You always have 2 hands on the ball.
And then Chaos Reaper says, you can have your sacks, Clinton. I'll take turnovers all day. Well, by no stretch is it over, but the way they've been playing, it may very well be.
As far as I'm concerned, as long as Vic is in charge of the Broncos, it's over. Like, just
I mean, how...
one mistake after another.
Yeah, and how Denver was able to make it to the Super Bowl to begin with.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25.
How does that happen?
28-yard line.
I don't know.
I mean, sure, you went up against the Jets, who were the second worst team in the league. And yes, you did go up against the Cincinnati team, which nearly beat you, by the way.
But their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it.
How does he... What?
On it because then you will repeat it.
Wait, what?
That's what you don't
How is that possible? You can't have 32,000 yards in one game. The game glitched out and said Hinton had 32,000 yards.
Yeah, that's a common glitch. I don't know why it happens like that. That's just a stupid glitch. And a very bad play there by Chris Clark. Chris Clark has not been able to get anything going consistently.
Because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
I mean, he's a good back, but let's be honest. As far as the backs are concerned, as far as the created backs, I'm going to say Jay Train is the top one.
2nd and 9 now. He completes this to Sutton.
Well, one thing is for sure. Yeah, one thing is for sure.
Too many mistakes today.
Yeah, just and you know, credit to Carolina. I mean, they did everything that you'd expect them to do. Carolina didn't make the playoffs last year. I got beat by the Bengals and was forced to play for them.
Here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton.
Oh, he was talking about what happened in Season 4
They work it across midfield.
was chaos.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down.
Oh,
Very proficient.
first
And
down.
it's a pass.
And you know what I've observed?
Yeah, I
But
mean that's
still,
a good
I mean,
that's a good first down.
I
But
just
I'm like,
don't
where was
know
this?
if they've got
Where
it in
was
them.
this earlier?
Continue to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first
Sorry.
down.
That's all right.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, they got another first down, and to who else? Clinton Cage.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
See,
His-
ball 24 equals first down.
5 receptions, 86 yards. So,
His own defense, find the hole
and in fact, he actually threw it as he got hit.
and put the ball in the
Did
receiver.
Hinton?
Defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yeah, that was a great completion, great route. See? Well, yeah, 2 hands on the ball, and that's how you do it.
First and 10.
Well,
Take
they need a
notes, Mr.
touchdown.
Sutton.
They need a touchdown right here. Well, not necessarily on this play, but they need it in this drive. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a first down.
Going for a gain of 11.
And who else? Sutton got it done.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against
Well, now
man than
now
Yeah,
just
they
barely in
have
the
to-
end zone,
They have
though.
to score on this drive and stop them.
Someone
Yep, absolutely.
into a defensive player in another zone.
They handed off to, I forgot what his name was.
and he'll get it here to the
Lindsey, that's it. They got it to Lindsey, and they get, well, I was going to say a first down, but it's actually 2nd and inches at the 10.
Long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Football can be a game of inches at times.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
They handed off to Chris Clark, and did they get enough? They did.
No frills.
1st and goal at the 10.
Right, nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
I will say that was a nice tackle by Kuechly to prevent any forward progress after the first down.
Yeah, because he misses that. If he misses it, then Chris is in.
Reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Yep.
And Chris, well, he got past Kuechly, but he couldn't get past any of his teammates.
Line of scrimmage. It's a loss.
Or no, I'm sorry, that was not Kuechly. That was someone else. It was Kuechly who did get him. Sorry.
Bagwell.
As the linebacker
Bagwell.
He got past Bagwell.
Well,
Eagly's a tackling machine.
I'll tell you one thing.
Like, he's
Bagwell.
not a member of the 99 Club for a reason.
No. I was about to say, as far as Bagwell, I mean, the old man, he's trying out there. Hinton gets it to who else? Clinton Cage, touchdown, Denver.
See what I mean?
So now they're back within a touchdown, so now all they have to do is try to stop them, but first they got to get this point after touchdown first. But what?
Oh, yeah.
But a great recovery, though. Now they've proven to themselves that they can get the job done on offense and get a consistent drive on. Now they just have to stop them, get the ball back, and do it again.
Yep.
It's good.
These were honestly the two best teams heading into the draft, and then they got even better with the draft, so I kind of expected them to be here.
I mean, well, technically Dallas actually had a better record than Denver, or did they? I forgot. Unless they traded down, I forget exactly, but Dallas actually had the highest seed, given that they chose last in the draft. But still, I get your point.
Yeah, but Dallas is Dallas. Dallas is Dallas. It's Jerry Reed, or whatever his name is.
Jerry.
The owner sucks.
Jerry Jones, not Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is actually the greatest of all time. And they get by one tackle, but
believe in a goat.
but anyway, Cruz does get stopped at the 26, so that's where they're going to put it.
It's not a bad return considering he started in the end zone, so it's a solid return right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different.
Yeah, the key thing is here is they got to get a stop for a turnover on this drive. Because Carolina scores more points, it's going to be really, really difficult to get back in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
He's run it well, but overall his damage has been done catching it.
And
they
if
hand
I'm
it off.
Carolina, I put the ball in the hands of 22.
Well, yeah, and they do just that, and DKO quick and strong enough to limit him to only 3 yards.
Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch the settle down.
Yeah, he's got total offense. He's well over 100 yards already. And that's the thing you got to worry about with him. It isn't just rushing. It's total offense because he can do it all.
Anyway, another first down, and they get it to Greg Olsen. That's a guy you always that's another guy you have to watch out for is Olsen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
oh, yeah.
We talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run.
They hand it off again to who else? McCaffrey, and this time he gets only 2 yards on that one.
It's hard to do because you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Of course, if you're Carolina, the worst thing you do is try to just run. I mean, you have to mix in some passes here and out, because you could try to run out the clock, yes, but eventually they're going to figure it out, and when they do, I mean, you can't really come crying. Anyway, nice catch there by Olsen again for another first down. So far, Reaper doing a great job getting it to his men.
Yeah, it's a great job throwing the football. Denver needs to tighten up on their defense badly. The only thing keeping them in here is the sacks.
Absolutely, and another a 7-yard gain there by McCaffrey.
When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's
second and 3 at the 40, past the halfway. They ran it, but again, DKO only limits him to 2 yards on that one, so it's now 3rd and 5.
And that's going to lead to a
So far, DKO showing
Yeah,
us that if anyone could stop him, it has to be DKO. If you're going to run it to, if they're going to stop McCaffrey, you got to get to you have to have DKO stop him. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry.
Yeah. He's fast, he's strong, he's a sure tackler. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh. Very off for Carolina.
And trying to find somebody, and they get it to Cruz. Great catch there by Justin Cruz.
And it's that zone again. I don't know why they're obsessed with it.
And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies
sitting there wide open, nobody on him.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
And a screen pass, but enough blocking for McCoy as he is forced out of bounds at the 3. Wow. I don't know what else to say except, you know, Carolina really wants to put this game away.
Yeah, it's just... And that's why you don't go by the ratings on the main screen of Madden, because coaching does play a part, and it's just sometimes you got one really good coach versus another one who should have been beheaded a long time ago.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
And by that I mean fired.
On the ground, McCaffrey.
And McCaffrey stopped short. Still at the 2, but it's now a 2nd and goal.
As he got into the end zone, he was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground.
They stay on the ground, and McCaffrey just powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown to Carolina, and I don't want to say this game is over, but it may as well be. Just the fact that Denver cannot stop them, and even when they were able to stop him early in the game, they couldn't score.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp too. Each and every.
And now Clinton is not even going to say anything. That's how.
This game's pretty much over. It's over.
Now the try here for the point after.
Like, there's too many mistakes by Denver. I don't believe they'll be able to come back. I don't.
A 10-play drive that time. And the last
They're down by 2 scores. There's like a little over 1 quarter left. And they're not stopping anybody.
And if you're Ron Rivera on the other hand, I mean, give me a little bit of insight as to how you're feeling that your team, Carolina, has done throughout this whole game.
Done extremely well. Well executed. Very few mistakes. Well executed both offensively and defensively. If I'm Ron Rivera now, I'm taking short, sure passes, and I'm running the football to grind the clock out.
Absolutely.
Because at this point, you've got the lead by 2 scores, and there's only been 1 reliable offensive player in this game.
I mean, Chris Clark did have a touchdown early in the game, and that put Denver up 7-0. But ever since then, as we saw, Carolina slowly but surely came back, and now they're in charge right now. TJ, I told you in the interview. Yeah. Oh, wait, what? Sorry.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Sorry if I interrupted there.
Oh, you didn't. I was just confused by an interview. I had no idea there was an interview.
Yeah, because I did a WWE style interview on Discord, and I asked him what he felt that his chances were either against Cincinnati or Denver. He says in the interview, physically, we were here. Mentally, we were here. I asked if Denver could say the same. Guess I have my answer. And it has less to do with the players and more to do with the guy that's coaching them.
Oh yeah, because he's made boneheaded calls like running screen passes on third down.
A fake field goal attempt, or not even calling for a challenge, feeling that was a very close spot and it probably could have been.
Yeah, he should have called a challenge. If I would have been the owner, I would have called down and said, if you don't challenge this right now, I will fire you mid-game.
Well, anyway, nice catch there by Fant to get a first down. And the fact that only
dropped the ball there for a second.
I thought he did. I thought for a moment he did, but the thing was he held on to it, and good play on him. But Fant has not gotten much touches either.
Nope. And it's just that that fumble was holding on to the ball too long. Inson's been doing it the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, Logan is a traditional quarterback in the sense that he's not a scrambling one.
And in today's NFL, you need to have at least enough athleticism to move out of the way so you can throw. You don't have to be like Lamar Jackson, crazy speed, but at least have enough mobility to move out of the way.
Oh, nice. He gets by one tackle, does who else? Clinton Cage. Clinton Cage showing us enough power to just knock down one defender, get by him, and then get another first down. So for Denver, give Denver some credit, or rather the players more specifically. They're not giving up, and I appreciate them.
No, the players aren't giving up.
No. I mean, if I was
just an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, if I was the players, I would be doing more audibles. To be honest with you, because I would try to call more audibles as opposed to the base plays. Not just to confuse Carolina, but to give you a better chance.
That first down completion only netted him 3.
Yep. And it just seems like they're not doing that.
Okay, now they called an audible.
Here's Freeman.
And it looks like they brought in another fullback, or not a fullback, halfback, Freeman. They brought him in. I guess they felt that Clark wasn't getting the job done, so they brought him in finally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they
try to give the kid more experience, but actually that was not a bad run there. But anyway, 30-60 is the score. Well, definitely this is not the best game that we've ever had, because the last couple of games that we've had were just classics. Like out of all those
nail
games,
biters, but
yeah, sorry,
not.
This will be play number 7 on the drive.
Sorry if I keep interrupting.
It's all good. I just would not have made some of those calls.
Anyway, good pass there to Lindsey. They get the first down, and better yet, they got forced out of bounds to stop the clock. If Denver's going to get back in this, they got to strike hard, strike fast. And if you do run it, you better have some good blocking in front of you. Because right now, they're down, and they're going to have to take chances. Don't take unnecessary ones, but because you can't do this. You cannot do what you would call this short game shit.
They'll try to draw Lindsey.
Oh, I didn't know we could say that the whole time.
I could. I just didn't want to make that a habit, really. Well, anyway, they do a draw play, but that only gets 1 yard on that one.
Yeah, draw plays, the key to them is the linemen. They have to sell like they're going to pass. Same with the quarterback. You have to sell it like you're going to throw, and then quickly give the ball to the running
he's going
back.
long, but
Because
he
the
overthrew it.
Incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the
Yeah, that was to the guy in the fourth row.
Turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Which is not on the team.
Yeah, just because he has a jersey on doesn't mean he's on your team. Anyway, they do get the first down, and then a couple more, and who else? Clinton Cage gets it. 8 receptions, 125 yards.
21 yards there as they convert on third.
Slant route's effective no matter who's
But
running the route.
yeah, I
And
was
more
talking
importantly,
to.
12 yards.
Receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more
Yeah, I'm sorry.
precise
12
throwing.
yards.
You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger target.
Yeah, 12 yards after the catch.
Oh,
That's really good way to tell a wide receiver.
no, that is really good. No, I was talking to Tan Man about Madden 22,
Back to throw now on first down.
and it's like, nice catch by Clinton, and Clinton, just 1 yard short of the touchdown, but he does get the first down, and now it's first and goal at the 1. So far, Cage is carrying this team. On this back, I'm like, come on, guys, do your part. I mean, do you expect Clinton to carry the team?
I pretty much carried him here. Because let's see, in the Jets, I don't get that last-minute touchdown. We lose.
First and goal.
We not in the game in Cincinnati if I don't score that return for a touchdown.
Absolutely not. And, well, Clark trying to go for an outside run, to your point, was a bit of a detriment because now he got sent back 2 yards. But anyway, but yeah, that is true. Without that that touchdown, that touchdown return, yeah, without that, you guys wouldn't even be in this game. And who knows how we would have fared against against the Panthers? Could we have fared better? I don't know. We'll never know.
Depends on who the actual quarterback is.
I mean, we had Kyle Young.
Second and 3.
And before he can even get a throw off, Thompson
But
gets
that was
another
his first
sack.
year as a quarterback.
Shaq Thompson able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that?
That's what I mean by holding on to the ball too long. Like, just from my point of view angle as an announcer, I see a guy wide open in the back of the end zone, and he doesn't throw it. He's holding on to it. And yes, 82 was open also in that other angle, but the problem with him is his back is turned.
Reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone back.
All right, so 7 at the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal.
Now back to throw.
Logan gets it to wait.
This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous.
No, it's 1 yard short. Now it's 4th and goal. If I was Denver, I would try to go for it right now because you're down by 2 touchdowns. You may as well.
Go for it.
You may as well.
Do you play analytics on
But yeah, I really don't know what would have happened if it was.
Yeah, if you
know,
don't go,
sorry.
if you don't go for it, I would.
You're going.
If they don't go for it, I'm pretty sure this game is
It would be
over.
interesting because
Okay, so thought they might go
What?
here down late.
if
Are
they
you
don't
serious?
go for it, they might as well just throw in the towel.
Left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good.
Are you kidding me?
And that will get the disadvantage now.
No
back
guts,
down
no
to
glory.
11. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
I'm sorry, Reaper, but this is the coach. This is not the players. Like, this is a coach that has given up on his players. And honestly, I would be the owner. If I was the owner, I would fire him immediately after this game. Because I don't even know. I think it's against NFL regulation to fire a coach mid-game. I'm not 100% sure.
I wonder if I could do that, like in this game, or if I could only just handle the players, because I don't know if that works. But then again, I've never messed with the playbook or anything like that, because I'm always afraid. Like, I'm talking about like the simulation part of it. Like, if I mess with the playbook, it'll mess with the game.
He's just so versatile, isn't he?
He is, and he's exactly what I think
sorry.
we're looking for in the NFL now out of the running back position. Guys who can do everything running it, but also act as receivers.
Yeah,
the stopgap guys.
this coach is just terrible, like, honestly.
I'm gonna test something out, like, after the game, to see if I can actually fire him. Anyway, well,
'Cause in
finally
my
someone
mind-
other than DKO took down McCaffrey. So somebody, and that was Parks, but the thing is, that was the first time someone other than DKO stopped him. And that was actually a good tackle.
Yeah, but
that was how you're supposed to tackle
It was a good
McCaffrey.
Yeah. Well, he could have gone a little bit lower, but other than that, yeah. Because you want to try to hit at the hip, wrap their knees up, and drive, so that way you stop their forward momentum.
Anyway, nice completion there for a first down, and that was to Cruz. So far, Cruz, let's talk more about Cruz. I mean, Cruz is doing exactly what you ask him to do. He's getting the first downs. He's getting receptions. What more could you ask for if you're Cruz?
Carolina's most of the pieces on Carolina's offense are working properly. It's just one person can't carry an offense. It's not possible.
What? You're challenging this play and not the play that, Wait. So you're challenging this play, not the play like late in the second quarter, but yet you're challenging this one.
FFS. That's all I gotta say. FFS.
Well, for feet's sake.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout.
Wow. So not only do they challenge it, they how do I say this? There was not enough evidence to overturn that call, so they lose a timeout. Not that it matters anyway, but still, it's the principle of the matter.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking.
Yeah, this is just dumb.
And then all of a sudden, boom,
like, everything about this coach is just straight up dumb.
Anyway, so the reason I mentioned, like, after the game, if we could fire a coach, because I don't know if you could do it in this game, because I know you can do it in NBA 2K, the NBA 2K games. I know you can. They challenged if Cruz was out of bounds when he caught a ball, which in this case they challenged against it, and they challenged incorrectly. And by they, I mean Denver, by the way.
And this is why I say that I don't think Denver's going to win, because it's boneheaded coaching is what it comes down to. It is boneheaded coaching and Hinton holding on to the ball too long, and Denver's defense is not making plays when they need to, unlike Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but you've heard of the insane one, right, Clinton?
Yeah.
Well, he was a quarterback, but he was very, very inconsistent. During his time with the Steelers. Whereas in comparison, like, his wide receiver was of course the Steel City Superman, Blaze McCoy. Blaze was by far the best player on that team, but it was just really the bad quarterbacking on the part of Insane One that really held the Steelers back. The furthest they ever got was the semifinals. So So yeah, the quarterback could just as easily mess everything up. No offense, Hinton.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's more the game AI than it is the actual person behind it.
yeah, it's not the person; it's
Obviously.
just the AI. That's so. So do not be surprised if you see Logan playing a different position, just to see if he would do better in another one. Also, hey, Lucky, what's up? What's up, Lucky?
Hey, Lucky.
And, well, that was anything but lucky. A second rushing touchdown by who else? Christian McCaffrey. I guess he must have really...
At this point...
Sorry.
Did you throw yours?
I think at this point it's academic.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a no.
Yeah, well, this is definitely a role reversal of the IRL Super Bowl 50. I mean, Clinton, what do you remember about the IRL Super Bowl 50?
Denver's defense utterly destroying Cam Newton in the offense.
And what's different here?
But only a handful of people on Denver's team are actually playing. And the coach is really a moron to the point where I've never seen somebody besides Tom Brady want to get hit by a Mack truck in my entire life.
But anyway, how's everything going in Lucky Land?
I think I scared TJ there for a second.
I'm afraid you did. Anyway, they give it to Clinton, and he gets all the way to the 23. I don't want to talk about Super Bowl 50. It still pisses me off.
Well, that's what the thing is most of the time in NFL history, when the number one defense and the number one offense meet, the defense prevails. It's like close to 60%, if I remember correctly, win percentage for the number one defense. That's why the old saying says offense scores points, defense wins championships. And here the defense has not made enough plays to stop McCaffrey, and the offense is one guy.
And they, well, almost got intercepted again. That was a very dangerous pass, but now it's less me calling the game and more just talking with Clinton. But for Carolina, as far as Jake Bagwell, I haven't seen Jake Bagwell except maybe one time in the chat. Like the last time I saw him was when he was playing with the Green Bay Packers. I mean, it was like you, Jake, and Crushing Kelly. But ever since that game, I haven't seen him. So, well, if there was ever a time for him to retire, it would be after this game, and he deserves it. Does Bagwell after a long career?
Oh, yeah, Carolina's earned this game, and they've played well. It's just frustration on the coaching AI is so bad in this game.
And then Cruz says, "I'll take that ring to go, please."
Normally I'd say it ain't over yet, but the way Denver's playing, it's over.
Well, they get another first down, but a classic case of too little too late.
Yeah, they have to score points. That's the key. And they're not scoring touchdowns. They're scoring field goals. And when you're down 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl and you call for a field goal, I would fire the coach right then and there. Like, straight up. Would just immediately call down and tell the coach he's fired and name an interim coach for the game. Because that's ridiculous.
Panther territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw.
Anyway, they get another. Well, they got another first down. So.
Oh, yeah. And like I said earlier, the fact that this guy, which most Denver fans in real life have been calling to be terminated for years, has a football coaching job, and I don't, is really, really frustrating.
to throw. That one into the hands of Hamilton.
Anyway, nice catch there by Hamilton. And
willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
I mean, Hinton's having a good game so far, but the problem is that turnover kills him, and I wouldn't be acting cheerful right now. You've got to score, and you've got to score quickly.
So here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's going to take a shot.
And he takes a shot and
deficit.
Ooh, that was had he actually been able to catch it and then go inbounds, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, they're playing. Their coach is calling conservative plays, and it's ridiculous. To me, that is a sign of a coach accepting defeat.
Well, they got it to Clinton, and of course, naturally, they get the first down. What a surprise! Again, Cage. He's got 10 catches for 145 yards. And how is it that no one has been able to stop him consistently? I mean, yeah, Kuechly got to him, but not until he got the ball.
Yeah, and speaking of somebody out, like, as an announcer, not the player, it seems like Cage is the only one that's playing with any heart right now. Because Chris Clark had an amazing first half, but now since then, where's he gone?
And, well, they get another touchdown into number 87. I can't see his name. Oh, Fant. That's another guy that has been very quiet, and he finally gets a touchdown.
I would kick onside here because the defense is just not doing enough to stop him. So they need to, if he doesn't kick the ball with an onside, I will be laughing so hard because then I'll be like, yeah, this guy's giving up.
McManus now for the extra point.
All right, so they're going to go for the extra point, which you should.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
So it's an 11-point deficit. So
because they changed the rules now to where everything's at 15 on the extra point tries.
Mm-hmm. All right, so of course, Cruz is ready to get a catch.
After the touchdown, here's McManus.
They're going to kick it deep. Are you kidding me?
This is fielded at the goal line.
Are you kidding me? 6 minutes left in the Super Bowl, and you're kicking. Oh. Yep, he's given up. Coach has given up.
If you're Chaos Reaper, the worst thing you could do is throw a pick six. That's the worst thing you could do right now.
I've taped up Denver's mindset, the mindset of Denver's coaching staff right now.
First downs, they can't touch the ball.
I've never known a coach to quit just because they're down.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Offensively with the lead.
Yep, and 100 yards from McCaffrey, so I would not be surprised if he got the MVP.
Yeah, he deserves it, really. Like, and
2 touchdowns rushing, a touchdown receiving, over almost 200 yards total offense.
And almost got picked off. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, Denver would need a pick six and then to get the ball back quickly to make this a game. I mean, it's still possible them coming back, but it's just the way the coaches are calling things. I don't see it.
And Reaper's going to go long, but it gets knocked away.
It's a little bit of a mistake right there. Why would you go long when you're ahead this much? And
Yeah.
you know you've got the coaching advantage and the time advantage. That
Yeah, he
was
went-
a mistake.
Yeah, that was a rare miss. That was a rare. Was it? And it was Simmons and McCoy. And McCoy was unable to secure it. I mean, he was able to jump, but he wasn't able to jump as high as he probably would have maybe 10 years ago. No offense, Blaze.
So, okay. Yeah, it's a smart call, the punt here, because you've got the time advantage, and you know that
got by
Denver's
one guy.
coaching staff is still
And-
calling conserving.
Yep. So they get to the 32-yard line there. Well, of course,
Yeah,
the best
I would
player for the
be-
team, for the Broncos, that is Clinton Cage with 10 receptions over, I would say, 145 and a touchdown. None
Yeah,
taken.
Denver somehow comes back to win, and I don't get the MVP. Riot.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And
that is incomplete.
nope, that was incomplete. I mean, a good pass, but just a little.
Great
I don't
defense.
know. That was just great defense. What can I say?
Yeah, the ball was on point, but it's just great defense right there. And that's the little things like that that Carolina's been doing, and that's why they're ahead. Both the coaching staff and the players are playing with heart, and right now, most of the players on Denver are not.
Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard
Again,
line.
Mr.
And-
Fumagalli. That's only his second
Good play
catch.
getting out of bounds. And normally 410 yards and 2 touchdowns with no interceptions will get you the victory. But when your defense has just been giving up too many big plays to one guy, that's not going to happen.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards.
I mean, that's kind of the anomaly of what happened with Kyle Young. He had 2 touchdown receptions to, like, what? And intercepted? And who else?
Yep,
It was
he
Luke
didn't
Kuechly.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure.
All right, so let me type something here.
They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the
This
line of
game's
scrimmage,
over.
and then they fooled him by
Straight
dropping
up.
the coverage.
Look at the chat.
He's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there.
Yeah, I would set up a table and light. Hold on a second, I'll add to that.
Set to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man.
And if we don't see Luke Kuechly again, as far as Luke Kuechly is concerned, it's just too bad that the IRL Luke Kuechly couldn't go out with a bang, like the in-game Luke Kuechly is doing right now.
Yeah, Kuechly is a beast. I ain't gonna lie. The man is absolutely a beast. As one of the best linebackers I've ever seen in a long time, because he could cover anybody, tight end, slot receiver, or he could hit hard enough to knock the running back down by himself. And you don't see that very often.
In a way, a rare misstep, throwing a screen pass. Why would you do that? I mean, I guess the only
Take
good thing
time off the clock.
yeah, that's the only reason you would do it, because in any other paradigm, you would not do this. You shouldn't.
You wouldn't do this any other paradigm because he is. But throwing wide receiver screens can work if you have a really fast receiver, but taller receivers usually aren't the speedsters. They're usually the guys who you can just throw it deep to because they can jump.
Wow. I'm looking at the stats for Chaos Reaper. He has nearly, listen to this, he has nearly 400 passing yards.
Yeah, he sounds great today, but there's just but McCaffrey honestly has carried this team. Like, he has. Because he's probably got 100 of those receiving yards, and he has well over 100 rushing yards, and 3 scores.
Oh, wait, fumble! Well, they actually fumbled it, but Carolina was able to recover. That was a lucky break for Carolina.
Oh yeah, and the clock is ticking away, so trust me. Short of back-to-back turnovers, this game is over.
And in Chaos Reaper, why are you crying?
Probably for how poorly Denver's played today.
I thought it was because, Luke, retired when he did. Anyway, nice catch there onto Blaze McCoy and forced out of bounds. Oh, he was crying for Luke.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident.
Nonetheless, though, I may as well mention what's going to happen, or what what games I'm going to be streaming. I can't talk. I'm so flustered as to how this game got out of hand. But anyway, as I was saying, or what were you going to say before that?
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said.
I know why Kuechly retired in real life is because he didn't want to end up like half the NFL players in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, where they can't walk. You hear all these Hall of Famers in every sport say, "Oh, the game's gotten soft," but it's like, look at you guys. You guys can barely walk.
Absolutely. I'm like, you played hard, but you didn't really. Yeah. He did the right thing.
Take care of your body.
I just hope that Luke has a good paying job wherever he is.
Oh, he was smart with his money. He's still got plenty of his NFL money. You got to remember, he was the top linebacker in the game for years.
Second, third guy in, rake at the football,
like there's...
get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score and this game.
Yeah, because by the time we get to Madden 22, Ron Rivera's not with that team anymore, and neither is Luke Kuechly.
Nope. But it's going to be interesting next season to see how the draft plays out.
Oh, you mean the IRL draft or the Madden draft?
Yeah, this one.
And, well, a rare misstep by Chaos Reaper. He did exactly what Hinton has been doing for the most part, and that's he held onto the ball too long on that particular play.
Yep. Yeah, but, I mean, it does account for one thing. It forces Denver to use another of their timeouts. Because any ball that isn't incomplete or out of bounds is going to keep the clock moving. And that works in Carolina's favor.
Well, and they used the last of their timeouts, so I mean they not that it would matter, but especially with the score that it is, but still. I've been sacked like 8 times now. When does it stop being rare?
So they'll turn to the kicker again.
Well, they're going to go for the field goal, which, they have the lead, so why would you not?
Yeah, it increases the lead.
So now it's 40-26, Carolina, with a minute 48 to crown the champion. And I will say, I may as well mention what I'll be doing for streams in the upcoming days. Tomorrow, I will be doing the show, and it will feature, oddly enough, Chaos Reaper's Detroit Tigers against you, Elmeister, and NBA and John, and the Yankees.
Well, I think that'll help. I think the Yankees have a slight edge in that one, but
But as we all know, it doesn't mean anything. Like
yeah.
the matchups on paper don't really mean anything if you can't execute it. So we'll see how the Yankees do in this, one game. Basically, like I said, every series is one game except for the World Series.
Okay, I'll give Sutton credit. He's been doing well too, but he's dropped a few balls, and every player in the NFL is gonna drop footballs no matter what you do.
Did
It's
you just say?
don't make it a habit.
Yeah, you said drop balls.
I said drop the football. Or
Yeah,
drop
you did.
Footballs.
And true to your word, they got true to what you've been saying. Logan held it too long.
Yeah, I don't know why in the AI pocket passers hold on to the ball forever. Because I'm assuming Reaper's set to be more of a mixed quarterback.
Anyway, nice catch and nearly broke away, but now it's 3rd and 3. But anyway, I'll as long as I go more than 2 innings, I'll be happy.
Success. And it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way.
Well, finally they got a play going. But again, time's running short, and I will say this: congratulations to Carolina, and then on Sunday, I might as well mention Sunday. I will be doing Uno on the PS4 with my good friend Nightmare Queen. Pretty sure you know who she is.
Yeah.
Jane Voorhees. Anyway, nice catch and a first down.
Yep.
But yeah. And
It's
then
a case of too little, too late. Like
yeah, and then not long after that, we'll be doing the Stanley Cup Finals. And we'll see if Clinton can fare better in the Stanley Cup than he did in this game. And again, it wasn't really his fault, but rather the coaching just let him down, and the quarterback play just was not good. But congratulations to the Carolina Panthers, and for Luke Kuechly.
good game.
This was, for him and for Bagwell, this was their final moment in the sun.
Were they trying to give Reed a concussion?
I don't know.
They just tackled him and the head bounced off the ground. I was like, yeah, that's not how you celebrate, guys.
Forever.
Well, here are some of the highlights, including the one touchdown reception that you ever got. But then there's McCaffrey doing what he always does, and that's dominate.
Oh yeah, McCaffrey dominated the game.
I mean, he
And
was
like I
really
said,
the
if he
biggest
doesn't
difference
get
maker.
the MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then McCaffrey, again, breaking tackles, getting the end zone. And it was Eric Reed? What?
Are you serious?
I mean, what is it his
Are you
birthday or
kidding
something?
me? Like, that's the biggest shock of them all. Congrats to the Carolina Panthers. Great game, but what were the MVP voters thinking? Like, honestly, what were they thinking? I think they hit Feck's stash.
I mean, did Reed pay him off?
I don't know, but there's a constant joke that Feck has a stash, so I think they hit Feck's stash.
Why? Because
Yeah, it was a
Eric
great
Reed is one of
game.
their. Because isn't Reed like a friend of Feck?
I don't know. Eric Reed's a real life player, so. But I have no idea why they picked that.
I don't know either, but anyway.
But yeah.
Anyway, Chaos says, Blaze, Cruz, pleasure teaming with you guys. Good luck wherever you end up next season. Also, hello to that's James Gamer. He changed his name to TTV Shadow Gamer 57, but I'm still gonna call you James Gamer. Anyway, what's up, James?
Hey, James. But I typed out your stats in the chat, Reaper, but that's compared to almost 200 yards total offense and 3 scores. I would say that is.
And all right, so here's the stats. Logan, 446 yards with a completion rate percentage of 73, and he had a touchdown interception rate of 2-1. Now, under normal circumstances, that's actually a very good game, right?
Yeah. You would prefer no interceptions, but sometimes the defense just makes really good plays, and it happens.
And then,
ideally, I would want something like Reaper's, where his average is 10 yards a throw, no interceptions, 400 yards.
1 touchdown, no interceptions. And then of course you have the one pass attempt by Brandon McManus that ended up as an interception and only just signaled the downfall of the team.
Oh yeah, it was wow. Wow.
But for Christian McCaffrey, 31 attempts, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had that 1 fumble, but that was like very late in the game.
So it wouldn't have really made a big impact anyways.
No. And then Chris Clark, he had 67 yards off of 8 rushes, and he had 1 touchdown, but that was very early in the game. And then Blaze McCoy actually had 2 rushes, believe it or not. He had 2 rushes himself, did Blaze McCoy, and that was for 13 yards.
I think those might be glitches in the game, because sometimes the game will register screens as runs instead of passes. I don't know why.
Alright, so Clinton Cage, he had 10 receptions, 145 yards, 1 touchdown reception.
But look at McCaffrey. That's what I was talking about, that all-around back. 121 yards and
1
a touchdown receiving.
Yeah. And then Blaze McCoy also had a very good game himself. 6 receptions for 96 yards, Not bad.
Yeah, he would, like, fantasy-wise, in most normal leagues, he would have had 10 points.
And then Cruz had 5 catches for 67 yards. That's also pretty good.
So, I mean, yes. Yeah, it's a pretty good day by Carolina's receiving core. And that just shows that Reaper was spreading the ball around, taking what the defense gives you, instead of just going to one guy all the time.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, look at Denver's pass catching. You've got 2 guys with 10 catches, and how many for the rest of the team?
Let's see. You had 6, 5, another 5, 2, and 1 receptions.
Yeah, that's not good spreading the ball around.
Now we get to the defensive stats. You have 18 total tackles by, who else? Luke Kuechly. And he had 1 interception. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem, James, though. Let's see. Wait, what is this? Oh, pass deflections. Okay. Just want to make sure. So yeah, 18 tackles for Kuechly. And then you had Thompson, who had 15 tackles and 2 sacks for Carolina. Now let's take a look at some of our own players. DKO, he had 6 sacks, 4 of which were tackles for loss. No sacks, though. Or, I'm sorry, 6 sacks, or 6 tackles, sorry. My bad.
Later, Cruz.
And then who else do we have? We have Eric Reed, who was given the player of the game, even though he really didn't do much beyond just 7 tackles.
Yeah, he had 7 tackles. He had that fumble return for a touchdown.
I guess that
And then
might
that's...
explain it, but still, I would have thought to give it to someone who was the most consistent, really.
I would have given it to McCaffrey straight up. Like, if it... I already said who would be my MVPs for each team, and honestly, it would be McCaffrey for Carolina and Cage for Denver. Because Cage averaged 25 yards a return and 14 yards a catch.
Yes. And Bagwell, he had only 2 tackles. Jake Bagwell. Which, I know that's not much, but... But, you know, what can you expect from a man who's about to retire? And retire a champion.
Years of... Yeah, you don't get to go out that much. I think the last time it happened was the Klitschko brothers in boxing.
What happened?
Because they... Vladimir held 3 titles of the major one, because there's 4 major ones in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vitaly had the other one. And Vitaly had the WBC, Vladimir had the IBF, WBA, and the WBC titles, and they retired and vacated each of the belts.
Wow.
Because they would never fight each other. That was their rule. That they promised their mother they would never box against each other.
Well, that's awesome that they kept their word. And so, congratulations to the Carolina Panthers. Congratulations to Cruz and Chaos, Blaze, and of course the outgoing Jake Bagwell.
Congrats to all those guys. They did really well. They earned their shot. They earned that title. And honestly, it wasn't for a few bad calls and mistakes by coaching, it could have gone the other way. So that's the sign of a good game, is that it is like that.
Yeah, and let's see. Let's see. I know, okay, so you can customize playbooks, but I don't want to, like, touch that, because that could mess up the AI, so I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually fully customize, like, in NCAA, because NCAA used to be able to get a formation and then all the plays, and you picked up to, like, 7 plays per formation.
Yeah, and also you can't, okay, so really the only way I can fire a coach is in franchise mode, which, as much as I like franchise mode, it's, like, I really wish they had, like, a season mode.
Oh, yeah.
A traditional one.
One season would be a good... Yeah. Like, I love that in Madden 2001, where they had the franchise and the season mode. Plus,
Yeah.
Andy Katzenmoyer was on that game, so that was, like, my favorite game.
Yeah, and they don't even have a playoff mode. I have to do this by exhibition. That's the only way I can get it. But yeah, I know that they used to have a playoff mode, and they don't even have that. But, oh well. It is what it is. Could be
We
worse.
just gotta wait till next season, see what happens. But in the meantime, we have basketball, we have baseball. Because I don't think you finished the NBA yet, have you?
No, I haven't. The first round alone took the longest time, and that's just because of how many games there are. But from that point onward, once you get down to like 8 teams and beyond that, then it should become much more straightforward. Not to mention the fact that that Kelly replaced somebody. That's what I also like about NBA's game, is that you can actually change the names of players, and you're not stuck with who you have in most other games.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, though, I had a good time.
Oh yeah, it was a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's just, as somebody who's been, his entire college life has been built on coaching and has watched thousands upon thousands of hours of tape, and you see these bad calls from coaching, it aggravates you.
Yeah.
Because most of my classes involve me watching tape.
Yeah, man. All right. Yep, I'll see you guys tomorrow for MLB. From MLB, so we'll get to see Chaos. We'll get to see you, Clinton, and
It'll be a good game. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, as well as El Meister and John.
And you might also see some flying phones.
Flying phones.
Yeah, because I might throw him a phone because it keeps falling off the desk.
Yeah, and also congratulations to Blaze on winning the championship.
Nicely done, Blaze. Congrats on that. And I will to let you know, I still want to see a Cleveland team versus Steel City Committee matchup in LTD, sir. I think it would be funny. In the NFL arena, no less.
Yeah, I could probably see it.
Well, he has Matt Rush from Cleveland. I don't know who else he's got.
I'm not sure either.
I'd have to talk to him in DMs about that.
So yeah, this without a doubt, this game is probably the worst, just simply by the fact that it wasn't as close as we would have wanted it. It doesn't stack up to the classics that we had, like San Francisco, Green Bay, in which it went into overtime and Green Bay won by a touchdown, or even the most recent game before this one, where the J Train just took it for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what fans like, is watching really close games that are either high scoring or low scoring. Either way, depends on if you prefer offense or defense. I prefer defense. I loved that. I appreciated that Baltimore team from 2000, the 85 Bears. Let's see. The Steelers of the 70s were known for their defense.
Mm-hmm.
The no-name football, no-name line from the 72 Dolphins.
Can't forget the 73 one.
Defenses. Oh yeah, the 73 team was pretty good, but the 72 Dolphins were, and to this day are, the best single-season team, period, because they're the only ones that have gone undefeated all the way.
Oh yes, I consider them the greatest team. I would probably also throw in the 76 Oakland Raiders, because just the fact that they played a complete game, and really the closest that they ever came to losing in the playoffs was against New England, and had it not been for a penalty on the part of Sugar Bear Harris, I don't know if they would have made it, but they made it, and they destroyed Pittsburgh. Albeit they had injuries of their own, did Pittsburgh, and then when they got to the Super Bowl, they put the Purple People Eaters on a diet.
Oh yeah, Minnesota has always been badly bad when it comes. Yeah, choke artist.
Well, the only thing you can never say about that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, in 1940, the Chicago Bears beat the Redskins 73-0.
What?
73-0 is the biggest defeat in NFL history.
So basically, what happened to your Broncos is nothing compared to that.
Yeah. Well, the worst beating in history is in 1916 when Cumberland beat Georgia Tech 220-0.
What?
Yep. 220-0 in 1916. Cumberland versus Georgia Tech.
I gotta look that up then, because I want to see that.
63 points, 63 points. Yeah, and then 52 and 42. It was a slaughter. It
So
was a complete and utter slaughter.
yeah, and Chaos had he and the rest of the team had domination on their mind. That's so.
Well, it wasn't a domination. It was just you won. Domination would have been like 21 zip or 28 zip, something like that.
Or 50
there were
to
still
21 or
fights.
something like that.
Yeah, but it was a good victory.
Great victory, though.
But I mean, fantasy-wise, fantasy players would have been very happy, especially if they had McCaffrey.
Oh, they would have. Heck, they would have been just as happy if they had you on their team.
Oh yeah,
You scored some points.
The number one guy in. I've joined a couple fantasy leagues, and literally the number one person that I wanted on my board, straight up, was McCaffrey.
And he proved it tonight. And I don't care what the game says. He really should have been the MVP. Let's just be real. He should have been. But you know what? Whatever. I'm not going to cry about it. But other than that, though, I'm going to end it off here because... Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Riots outside of the NFL headquarters. Did you know that's why the Giants and Jets are in New York or in New Jersey? Is because the NFL headquarters is in New York, in New York City.
Oh, and they would have, and crowds would have went to the headquarters not that far off if they were still playing in New York, right?
It was more marketing than anything else. The NFL headquarters didn't want to be seen as biased, so they said we won't have a team. Speaking of fantasy, I'm going to sign up for a league on NFL.com.
Well, anyway, I'm going to close it out because I think we've already said what we needed to say. But other than that, though, stay tuned for tomorrow. I don't know exactly when, but I will see to it that I will do it. Probably at around the same time that we started the show tonight, if not a little bit later. It really is just going to depend on what we're going to do, like in terms of my family, that is. But it's going to get done. The game is so yeah. Good luck to Chaos for him and the Tigers, and also good luck to you, Clinton, for you and the Yankees, and two others that will be joining you. So I wish you the best of luck, all of you guys.
All right. Well, thank you, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, and if you want to join commentary there too, you're more than welcome to as well, if you want.
Oh yeah, I can. This is not a problem. As long as my phone decides to cooperate.
Yeah, I hope so too. So.
Hashtag punt the phone.
So, from all of us here, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22, signing off. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great night.
Later, all.
Peace.